In this video, we want to talk about the Egyptian pyramids. The Egyptian pyramids are one of the 7 wonders of the world, which have always been a question for people. What were they built for? How were they made? And what is the secret behind these pyramids? Therefore, as always, if you are interested in discovering something that you didn't know until now, let's watch this video together. The appearance of the pyramids. We will start with the most obvious part of these secrets of the Egyptian pyramids and tell you that the simplest of them. If you take a look at the shape of the pyramids, you will definitely realize that the design and construction of such a structure requires great skill and knowledge, the existence of which seems far-fetched at the time of the construction of the pyramids. And you should ask yourself that the Egyptian, how did they manage to build such as an amazing building to bury pharaohs? The building of these pyramids consists of millions of stone blocks, each of which weighed at least 1 ton, and experts say that every 10 people can only move one 400 kilogram stone. In this case, we assume that the workers and Superman powers, but there are still other unanswered questions such as how these stones were cut in such a precise way, as if they were cut into pieces by a fantastic machine. Khufu's pyramid is not only amazing due to the accuracy and details in the architecture, but the geographical features of this structure also distinguish it. Khufu's pyramid is located exactly in the center of the earth and the intersection of latitude and longitude. Researchers believe that Khufu's pyramid was built exactly facing north of the pole at the time of its construction, and the very small error that we see today is due to the change in the position of the pyramid over time. Unlike the high temperature around the pyramids, one of the other special features of the Egyptian pyramids is that the temperature stays approximately constant and around 20 degrees Celsius. Many scientists believe that the reason for the high resistance of the Egyptian pyramids lies in the materials used among the stones. But until today, the composition of the cement used in it has not been proven. The ratio of the perimeter of the Great Pyramid is to initial height is equal to the value of P, and it indicated a unique intelligence in calculation. If there was no very intelligent person in the era, then probably such a thing in the result of an advanced technology that we still don't know about, and it is not known how the Egyptian had access to it at that time. The height of the Egyptian pyramid. The largest pyramid, the Pyramid of Khufu, which is also the largest among the 3 pyramids of Egypt, has a height of 146.5 meters. This structure remained the tallest man-made structure until 1221 and the construction of the old St. Paul Cathedral. However, Paul's church collapsed less than 350 years later. Many others consider Khufu's pyramid to be the tallest building built by man for 3,800 years until Lincoln Cathedral was built with a height of 147 meters in England in 1311. Today, this pyramid is only slightly shorter than the George Washington Monument in the city of Washington. Signs of electricity. There are many hieroglyphs or pictorial letters or images in Egypt, all of which have historical and aesthetic value. Among them, there are images that have caused many surprise among experts. In one of these images, people are holding something that looks very much like a light bulb, showing that the Egyptians had access to electricity at that time. But how could they have succeeded in the generating electricity at that time? This amount of technological capacity is a bit mind-boggling. Imaginary images, all the wonders of the image left by the ancient Egyptian do not end with one lamp. But there are other works that add to your amazement. For example, there are images whose shape are very similar to airplanes and helicopters, and they rise and question in the mind. How did those people come up with the idea of flying? There is always a possibility that a mistake will be made in the interpretation of pictorial sculptures. But what is there is exactly that image of helicopter, and its existence cannot be ignored and considered to be just an error and interpretation. The only explanation that can be given the presence of more advanced and intelligent species at that time. Images of extraterrestrials on ancient coins. Perhaps this is one of the weakest reasons for the presence of extraterrestrials in Egypt, but it cannot be easily overlooked. Coins have been found in this country with images of alien creatures printed on them. The images on one of these coins show a spaceship, and that's at least something similar. Of course, many disagree with these signs and say that these images are fake and the result of the work of lovers of this theory and of the presence of extraterrestrials in Egypt. And it can be okay and it's so right and makes sense, but we don't know. This is the point. What is inside the Egyptian pyramids? According to the Napoleonic legend, when Napoleon left the Great Pyramid of Egypt, he was pale and shaky and spent hours alone in the king's room. He never revealed what caused him to waver, but apparently it changed his life. We don't know if its theory is true or just a myth, but it certainly testifies to the power of the Great Pyramid to spark the imagination of a great leader as well as ours. What might Napoleon have been seen that causes such a reaction? What exactly is inside the Great Pyramid? The simple answer is not really much. Pyramid of Giza. The most famous of the three pyramids is the Great Pyramid, and it is the only structure among the 7 wonders of the world that is still standing and intact. The pyramids of Giza were the result of 3 generations of Egyptian kings. Khufu, the oldest of the 3, the Khafre's father, and the Khafre was the father of Menkaure. Each pyramid is believed to be the final resting place of the kings who ordered its construction. These pyramids were tombs for kings. Scholars say this form was to help the king ascend to the sun god and ensure immortality. The angel signs of the pyramid were also probably inspired by the watching the sun's rays hit the ground diagonally. If you are traveling with an Egypt travel tour, include a visit to this pyramid in your schedule. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and like the video and share it with your friend, with your family, and watch it together at whatever time that you want. And it's very supporting activity that you subscribe us and activate the bells and write a comment to us. It's very good, and share the videos with your friend. It is a very supporting for us. And here you are with the book and movies for today. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.